Alright guys, it's Sunday morning. I'm in the backyard over here. You can see there's still a lot of snow, but I got all these pricker roots and stuff that I gotta burn. And I think it's good enough where I could start burning this stuff. It's starting to thaw out a little bit, but I got a whole bunch here. I had a whole bunch of wood here that I got rid of. I had a guy come and gave it to him for free. All the wood that I pulled out of the back area there. And I got a bunch of stuff I gotta burn. You know, a bunch of roots that I pulled out, and I still gotta finish all this, but you can see all the pricker roots and stuff. I gotta burn all this stuff. But it's warm enough where I could pull it out of the ground. You know, it's not frozen in the ground no more, but all this stuff's gotta be burnt. So I got a bunch of cardboard in my burning barrels here. I'm gonna give it the old gundy mama. Nick level. Give it the old gundy mama. Some of this stuff is still frozen in there, but we'll rip it out. We'll rip it out once we get that barrel chooching. Once I get it going with the fans. Yeah, I got all cardboard in here. This is all. Once I get it going good with the fan action, I'll be able to start putting these branches in there, and it'll be all right. Stuff hanging. I'll have to grab some of them, pull some of the branches down before I have to go any further. See how the stuff's just hanging down? Yeah, I'm getting it prepped, ready to go. And I got I got all my stuff. I got my fans here and stuff. I'll give you guys some shots as I go along. I got some stuff here we can get it started with, and boxes and junk. Give it the old gun there, mama. Steve is working again, y'all. Nick level. Alright guys, I got these little fans that I use. They're just little fans from an 80 plus furnace exhaust motor. I got one here, and I got one over there, and I just got these little tubes. It just blows air in, and I got these other pipes that have got all slots in them. So as I get this burning, I can turn these fans on through this switch right here. And I pump air in there, because if not, it won't burn right. So let's see if we get these babies burning and get some of this brush burnt up. It's a little windy today, but not too bad. So the ground's all flipping wet anyway, so even if I got stuff on the ground, it ain't gonna do anything. It's all wet and damp. Let's see what we can do. Try to give you guys some shots. Like, all this stuff's gonna be burnt up, so I'll put it in high speed. See if we can get it going. Once this stuff stops burning, I'll give it the air. Hopefully I get it going. We'll see. I do have some diesel over here if I want to put a little bit in a bucket and give it a douche once it gets going. If it starts going, you know, a little wimpy. Home heating oil. Hopefully I can get this thing going. I don't see why not. It should be alright. Once it starts burning good, I'll give it some air. That's what's good about these fans. You don't need to run them if you don't want, but sometimes it gets a little, you know, confined in there. That air really makes it work good. Really helps it. Oh yeah, we're getting a good chooch, mama. Nick level. In the meantime, I'm going to start cutting up some of these branches, get them ready to go. Got my choppers here, and my saw. Like I said, the ground's wet anyway. I'm not too worried about a little bit of shit falling out. Fan action. The prickers there are kind of hard to throw them right on there. As they burn, I'll just roll it in as it burns. The old gun there. So it's getting too empty. I'll hit it with some diesel. A lot of this stuff is roots. It's got dirt in it and stuff, but it's all right. Be all right. That's old heating oil that I got. I just throw a little bit in there to keep it going. I don't know if you can see, but I don't use a lot. I just put a little bit, because man, it don't take much for it to go up. Alright, I got some wet stuff in there. I've been hitting with the diesel fuel. I raked up all this stuff, all piles, so it had all snow in it and it was wet. And I raked all this stuff up that was here. And I got rid of that big pile I had. Them roots over there, I'm gonna have to take them somewhere and dump them in the woods somewhere because there's too much dirt in them. What I'll do is you can see there's some really wet stuff in there. That stuff's got snow in it and it's wet. It was in the it was over there in the snow, so, but it's got leaves and prickers, and see, it was all wet. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give it some I'll put a little bit of that diesel fuel in that bucket and toss it in here, give you guys a smoke show. I'm not putting much in the bucket, maybe just, you know, quarter inch, half inch in the bottom of that bucket when I throw it, so I'm not putting a lot in there at a time. You guys ready for this? Oh man, oh yeah, Nick level, mama, Nick level. Nick level. Give it the old thunder. can see all that stuff's all wet, so I'm trying to give it a little boost, mama. Give it a little boost, mama. Next level, next level. Y'all. See how wet it is? Give it the old gun there. Yeah, what that stuff is? Stuff's flipping wet. I should have waited a couple of days, but oh well. Shit happens. That burn for a little bit, but it'll be alright. Like I said, that stuff's really wet, but I wanted to get it done. I want to turn over this this pile of chicken shit later with the rototiller if I can. If the ground's not too frozen, I want to turn all this over. See, it's alright. Well, might be able to. Turn it over and kind of compost it in, you know. Gotta get ready for my garden this year, y'all. Like I said, the stuff's really wet and it's stubborn, so gonna give it a little help from my friends, y'all. Give it a little help from my friends. Ground's really wet, so I'm not too worried. Everything's contained in the barrels. A little windy, but it's all in the barrel, so it's safe. like I said, I'm not putting a lot in that bucket when I'm throwing. I'm just putting a little bit, so you don't want it to, you know, if you put too much and it comes back at you, it'll be a toasty chicken. Yeah, it's starting to render down now, so I keep moving it around with my brass pole over there. I keep moving it around. Once this thaws up and dries out, I gotta level all this off here with the little excavator. It's got a blade on it, but I was doing it, but then it started snowing, and so whatever. My buddy let me borrow this thing. It's a little excavator. It's great for around the yard, you know. Rubber tracks. A little blade on it, a little backhoe. Alright guys, just the last of it's burning down. I got some prickle roots and stuff in the back of the truck. I'm gonna go take them down the power lines and dump them in the woods. So I really can't burn it. It's all full of dirt, and it's all frozen still. So I'll go get rid of it in the power line somewhere. All right, I got the fans and the pipes out. There's really not much left to it. That's what's left to a stump that I threw in there, but it's pretty much just all ash. So it's taking a long couple hours. I got that all cleaned up. The rest of this stuff, I got my little cart here. I'll just put this stuff in the garage, and it's usually what I go around and water for the water and the food in the morning. I usually take this little cart with me. I got a lot of projects to do. I gotta get this scrapping trailer done and work on that other trailer. I think I took on too many projects here. I'll get them done. I'm gonna do my garden this year. I'll do a bunch of stuff.